Z92 Country.
Turn it up loud.
WCAC. Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
The following is an exclusive sports presentation of WCAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network. It's time for Scott Skyhawk basketball on the Skyhawk Sports Network, presented by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Stevens Auto Center. Come to Stevens for all the right reasons.
Farrell and Hill Insurance Agency, insuring our local community for over 70 years.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated full-service pharmacy.
Boone Memorial Health, bringing medicine home.
Schaefer and Schaefer, attorneys at law, serving West Virginia for over 100 years.
Hanley Funeral Home, locally owned and operated, part of our community for over 55 years.
Clayton Homes, opening doors to a better life, one home at a time.
Parker's Hardware of Danville, shop where the contractors shop.
Thornhill Auto Group, nobody beats a Thornhill deal, and we mean nobody.
Caldwell Insurance Agency, let our family help protect your family. And by
Parmar Stores. If there is not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
And now let's go courtside with all the action of tonight's game. Here is the voice of the Skyhawks, Joe Limble.
Thank you very much, Steve Green, and it is going to be a loud one tonight in the Hawks Nest. We are in the upper section broadcasting from the Hawks Nest, and gathered behind me is looks like about 30 members of the Scott High School Pep Band in behind me to play for tonight's game. And Chris Barrett, it's going to be loud, and we hope we get that from the fans as well, and especially the boys on the floor.
You're right, Joe. It should be an exciting evening, opening night here at home for the Skyhawks, coming off that tough loss up in Fairmont to a really good East Fairmont B team that is probably going to have a chance to go to Charleston this year. The bad part for them is they got to go against probably the best team in 3A, which is Fairmont in their own section. But, this should be a really good a matchup for Scott tonight to figure out where they're at as well. A 4-team matchup, a team that beat them last year up in Parkersburg. But I expect big things here tonight. Look for Reese Carden to do his thing. Isaac Setzer, they shot horribly last week against East Fairmont. Talking to a couple of the players, Jay was like 1 for 11. Isaac was like 0 for 8. Reese shot about 40%. So you're never going to have an off night from your big three every night. So it's just going to be them being able to score and not have those long stretches where they're not being able to put a ball in the basket.
On a positive note, last week, Reese Carden had 35 points, but of the 60 scored, that spreads it out. Isaac Setzer had 6, Jay Sharps had 5, Caden Clemens come off the bench and had a couple. Loudon White came into the game, had 6 points. So as you can see, Reese was definitely the go-to guy last week, and they're hoping that, when they start double teaming Reese, they can spread it around. They've got a couple shooters on the team as well that if they get hot from the three-point lane, they can put up some points for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, the key to this offense is going to be stopping Reese Carden. I mean, there's no way of putting it any different. Reese Carden is the difference maker. However, you've got 2 other players in Jay Sharps that's able to spot up from the outside and hit threes, and then you've got a guy like Isaac Setzer who can command the offense, but also be able to get to the basket pretty much at will and make those tough shots. So when Reese is getting double teamed, like you said, or the defense is centered around Reese, those 2 guys have to step up, and then look for Loudon White to play a big part in this as the season progresses. Maybe not at first because he's a freshman trying to get his feet wet, but I expect guys like Loudon White and Hunter Knoll and Owen Atkins to play big parts this season if this Skyhawk team is going to repeat their road to Charleston this year.
In AAA, we must say, and I was just going to mention that real quick, we're still in that trial period. They said we would try for 2 years. Well, this is the 3rd year. The WVSSAC out of Parkersburg wanted to try it a couple more years. I still think there's a lot of fine-tuning to go when you come right down to the nuts and bolts of it. You look on the other side of the fence against Parkersburg. Of course, they're AAA. They fell in a heartbreaker 54-52 back on Monday, Monday on the road at Hedgesville. Then they went on the road Wednesday to a very talented Huntington Highlanders team that literally blowed them off a 75-34.
Yeah, Huntington, I know that they have started to come along for their football, but basketball's always been Huntington's sport. They've always fielded back to whenever they had Patrick Patterson and O.J. Mayo and teams before that. But Huntington's always a tough place to go to. And, as the Parkersburg radio announcer said, they've traveled pretty much the entire length of the state the last years.
They went from the Panhandle to the
Edgesville to Huntington, now to Scott. So they probably needed a hotel room somewhere in between. But no, like I said, this should be a really good matchup of a 4A school versus a 3A school in the basketball section, and one where I think both teams are really going to find out what they're like.
We're going to step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more in our game tonight here on WVOW, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
ES2WD, excludes destination handling, tax, title, license, etc. Price, terms, and vehicle availability may vary. See dealer for limited warranty and program details. Offer ends 1/3/23.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
Welcome back to the Hawks Nest tonight. The Hawks and the boys, I might say, in their home opener. And the girls are actually on the road tonight. They went across Giraldi Mountain. They'll be playing the Sherman Tide over on the other side of the mountain tonight.
Yeah, that should be a really good matchup too. Sherman's always put together a good girls basketball team, and Kevin Harper's got the Lady Hawks going in the right direction. So it should be. I think it's going to be a much better season for the Lady Hawks. They've had some really good core talent come back. They've added a couple, so it should be a really good season for Coach Harper and the Lady Hawks.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups tonight. And Chris Barrett, if you want to go ahead and give us the starting lineup for the Parkersburg Big Reds.
Yeah, starting off at guard, 6-foot senior Quentin Cyrus. Number 3, a 6'3" senior Austin Fleming. Number 12, a 6'2" junior Matthew Stallnicker. At number 20, his twin, a 6'2" junior Andrew Stallnicker. And then at number 25, a 5'11" sophomore Nate Rodriguez.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Scott Skyhawks. Getting the start tonight, he's 6'4" senior Hunter Knoll, 6'3" junior Owen Atkins. Then you've got 3 returners in the lineup tonight from a year ago. 6'1" senior Jay Sharps, 6'3" senior Reese Carden, and 6'2" senior Isaac Setzer. Of course, the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks is Sean Ballard, and the Skyhawks, as Chris Barrett alluded to earlier, comes into the game at 0-1, and the head coach of Parkersburg Big Reds is Brian Chrislett, and they are 0-2, off to a tough start with a couple of talented teams, and once again, as we alluded, one on one side of the state and one on the other. We are going to go ahead and step aside, take a 2-minute break. We'll have the tip here in about, it looks like about 6 minutes here from the Hawks Nest. You're listening to WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Back at the Hawks Nest, Joe Linville and Chris Barrett overlooking the recently refinished floor here in the Scott High Gymnasium, and the Parkersburg Big Reds going through their final warm-up. Skyhawks have already made their way to the locker room. The Big Reds tonight wearing all red, white numerals with Big Reds across the chest, and then they've got like a black and white design down the side of their jerseys, and they went down with their pants.
It's kind of like a chevron.
Yeah, it is. It's a good way to describe it. So anyway, had a chance earlier tonight to talk to Sean Ballard. Here's what he's his thoughts are on the difference between the team from a year ago and the team that'll be on the floor this season.
Yeah, we lost a lot of guys who've played a lot of minutes, and a lot of good players in that senior class. We also return a lot from last year. We've got a few of our big time role players last year, and obviously in Reese, Isaac, and Jay. And outside of that, we're excited for some of the younger guys to step up. I mean, it's no secret that those three, our success is going to ride with those three play into their abilities. We're confident that their experience can help transition some of these younger guys from the JV level to the varsity level and make that transition smooth for them.
Yeah, there's some guys on that team from a year ago. Landon Stone.
By the way, congratulations to him for graduating Air Force Academy.
Yeah.
Big shout out to him. He's one of my former players from baseball last year. So before we get any further, sorry, Joe.
That's all right. No, I was actually going to mention that. I'm glad you did. So But anyway, always glad to see when our senior athletes graduate, go on, and see them all to become successful. And we wish Landon the very best in his military career. So thank you for your service already and what's yet to come. So, but anyway, the Skyhawks make their way back onto the floor tonight. Skyhawks wearing a white jersey with gold numerals outlined in black with Scott across the chest. Then they have like a chevron design over the Skyhawk on the side of their shorts. And other than that, they're pretty standard, or whatever you might want to say, plain, I guess you might say. So the Skyhawks going through their final warm-ups. Let's look at the height matchup tonight. It looks like Huntington will go 6'0", 6'3", 6'2", 6'2", 5'11". For Scott, actually, I was talking to Coach Ballard the other day, and he felt like we might be a little short, but in the matchup tonight, we are 6'4", 6'3", 6'1", 6'3", 6'2". So all of our starters over 6'1".
Yeah, and if you look at Parkersburg, they got one player that is 6'6". It's a sophomore, Connor Gribble, who's listed at center. But other than that, they don't have anybody else that's over 6'3", and there's only two on their roster that are actually over that's that 6'3" mark. So, and
he's not even on the roster for tonight's game.
Yeah,
so.
And that may be the guy that's at the quarterback camp that they said that is a normal starter but isn't here. But no, I mean, Scott has that. They're not tall, but they have guys that have a little bit of size, but they're also quick. So it's going to be interesting to see in some of these matchups against some of these taller teams that when we get into sectional play and stuff like that of what happens. But it's interesting to see Scott with a little bit of a size advantage.
We're going to go ahead and take our final break. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off for tonight's game after this. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
For over a century.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Are those fresh eggs for me? He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast. It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
And kind of revitalize the band here this year.
Absolutely, and it looks like we are getting ready they are giving the starting lineups down on the floor for the folks here in the Hawks Nest. We're running just a few minutes behind, and we'll go ahead and run through them once again. Q Cyrus, 6'10 senior, starting for the Parkersburg Big Reds. Austin Fleming, 6'3 senior. 6'2 junior, 6'2 junior. Matthew and Andrew Stonecker, twin brothers, both juniors starting for the Big Reds tonight. And the fifth man on the floor will be a 5'11 sophomore, Nate Rodriguez. And we will send it down to the floor here in just a minute as Paul Carden, one of the assistant coaches, is introducing the teams here tonight. Now let's go down to the floor for the announcement for the starting lineup for the Scott Skyhawks.
And now, for your home Scott Skyhawks, number 33, Owen Atkins. Number 4, Hunter Null. Number 11, Jaden Sharp. Number 22, Ozzie Setzer. And number 13, Reese Carden.
And as you can hear on the floor, the Skyhawks have been introduced and are ready to hit the hardwood and get this game underway. Chris Barrett, any final thoughts or the keys to the night for the Skyhawks?
Take care of the basketball and don't go long stretches with not able to score the basketball, and look for that defensive intensity to be pushed up just a little bit more due to this being the first home game of the season.
And it looks like it will be Reese Carden, doing the jumping for the Skyhawks against Q Cyrus, the 6-foot senior. I believe he's taller than 6 foot. Reese is listed at 6'3", and he looks like he's at least the same height, maybe an inch or two higher. So we are waiting on the officials to get this one underway. Carden gets the jump control into the hands of Jay Sharps. Over to Isaac Setzer, all the way down the corner. Owen Atkins fires one off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Nate Rodriguez for the Big Reds. He'll bring the ball down the floor. They cross the timeline over to the right side. Being guarded by Hunter Knoll. Gets it inside. He bobbles and he travels. Lost control of his feet was Austin Fleming.
I think Jay Sharp's got away with a little bit of a reach there. As the pass was coming in, he kind of swiped at the ball and dislodged it just enough, but didn't get called for it there.
No inbounds to Setzer. Setzer across midcourt. Fires it down in the corner, in the wing, to Carden. Carden around to the top of the key. Now he'll turn and go the other direction. Dribbles the ball, still has it on the floor. Shoots it back over to Sharps. Over to Owen Atkins. Now over to Setzer in the near corner. Now Setzer brings it out to the top of the key. Over to Sharps. Setzer has it top of the key, trying to work the ball around, make a hole. He fires it across the floor to Carden. Carden will have to send it out to Atkins, over to Sharps. Sharps drives into the paint, sends it back out to the outside to Carden in front of the scorer's stand. Now Carden drives, and going to get a blocking foul on number 25, I believe it is, or 20. That is Andrew Stonecker will be charged with the foul.
You're seeing really good half-court defense right there from Parkersburg, not allowing Scott to get into the lanes, and it's kind of throwing Scott for a loop a little bit.
Inbound to Setzer, now to Knoll. Knoll at the top of the key. Hands off, fires one. Reese Carden fires one. It's off the back of the rim. Setzer rebounds, but as he tried to put the ball on the floor, lost the handle, goes out of bounds, turnover to the Big Reds.
Yeah, something we've seen a lot of last year. Isaac Setzer, just a nose for the ball. He's able to come up and get that offensive rebound. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Big Reds has the ball in the backcourt. Number 20, Stonecker. He'll send it across the way to Cyrus. Cyrus back out to Fleming. Under the basket is Cyrus. He'll put one up for a quick two as Parkersburg jumps out to a 2-0 lead.
Really good find there by Matthew Stonecker, the center.
Skyhawks send the ball around the horn. Now it'll be Knoll bringing it back out to Carden. Carden wants to try that three. He'll drive in just outside. He puts it on the floor, and it's turned over to Parkersburg. Coming up the wall is Q Cyrus. Now they bring the ball down the floor. Rodriguez back to Cyrus. Cyrus at the top of the key, fires over to the near side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends up a signal into the rest of the team. Now they bring it over to the outside of the near side to Stonecker. Fires over to Fleming. Fleming tries to drive in, takes about a 10-foot jumper, goes in and out, and rebound Isaac Setzer. Here come the Skyhawks. Cross midcourt. Setzer sends it across the way. Jay Sharps fires a three. It will go. Skyhawks jump out 3-0.
Well, really good find there by Hunter Knoll. He got the ball to the top of the key and was able to find Sharps for a wide open three.
Rodriguez brings the ball down the floor over to Fleming. Fleming over the top of the key, sends it across the way. 3-point attempt by number 25, Nate Rodriguez, and it will go. Parkersburg up 5-3. Here comes Scott. Quickly down the floor, into the corner to Sharps. Sharps will bring it back out. Setzer at top of the key. He'll put it on the floor. He'll bounce pass over to Carden. Carden comes back to the near side, top of the key. Now sends it over to Sharps. Sharps goes the other direction. Back to the line between the top of the key and half court. Setzer has it, looking for some help. Sends it over to Sharps. Now they get it into Owens in the corner. Owens puts it on the floor, brings it around. Now Setzer puts it on the floor, tries to spin, and he'll kick it over to Adkins. Back out to the top of the key. Reset for Reese Carden and the Skyhawks. Carden drives it in, and he'll put it off the glass for a quick two.
Yeah, they fake the screen to the right, and Reese went to the left and was able to find an open lane.
Big Reds quickly get the ball in the floor. Cyrus has it in the wing on the far side in front of Scott, and they're going to call a foul on the floor.
They're going to get moving screen on, I believe, 25 Rodriguez is who they're going to get it on. As he was trying to set a screen for the ball handler and just kind of moved and shuffled his feet just a little too much as that ball was being moved around.
Caden Clemens checks into the lineup for Scott. He will give Adkins, I do believe, a breather. No, Adkins
Hunter Knoll.
Hunter Knoll, a breather. Clemens will inbound to Setzer in the backcourt. Setzer now brings it across the timeline on the far side of the floor, back to Clemens. Setzer fires a three off the front of the rim. Clemens rebounds, puts it back up, and he will be fouled by Cyrus.
Well, that was a really good job of Caden Clemens. Just going and getting that ball. He's not going to be denied. He out-jumps everybody, kind of taps it back to himself. He's able to get it. Not being able to put back the putback, but he does draw the foul.
Clemens listed at 6'5", 225 on the roster. First free throw up off the back of the iron. It will not go.
Needs just a little bit more legs with that when it hit the back of the rim, and it was a little bit of flat. But Caden Clemens is going to be a really big guy off the bench that can kind of give this Scout defense or offense a little bit more length as they go down the stretch.
Fleming will come up the rebound after neither shot will fall. Rodriguez has it at midcourt, gets it across the line.
Scott switches to a 1-3-1 defense right
Into
here.
the lineup is Owen Stanley for the Big Reds. Now a big three-point attempt by Rodriguez off the rim. Big Caden Clemens comes up, fires it to Austin Owens, on the move down the floor. Owen Atkins, yeah. And Caden Clemens wide open. He has a quick two.
Good movement right there. He moved from the opposite side block to the low block, just perfectly timing right there, and a good find.
Big Reds bring the ball down once again. Rodriguez over to Stanley. Stanley in the corner to Cyrus, back around to the horn. On the floor is Rodriguez. He takes a shot. It will go for three.
Good contested shot right there that was put up there by Cyrus.
Parkersburg up 8-7. Setzer has the ball, puts it on the floor. Sharps fires a three off the back of the rim, and Cyrus will come up with the rebound as he goes one-on-one against Clemens. Here comes the Big Reds back down the floor. Bringing the ball down is Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to the corner. Three-point attempt off the front of the rim by number 15. That is Daly. Scott comes up the rebound on the second attempt.
Yeah, Clemens really affected that second shot right there.
And Reese Carden, he'll put one in on a floater underneath the basket for another quick two.
Really good drive right there. Baseline drive by Reese Carden. He's able to put a tough shot down.
Skyhawks jump out to 9-8. Long three off the front of the rim. It will be Clemens. Makes a dive. What a play by Clemens. Gets it into the hands of Carden. Carden over to Setzer. Setzer pauses. I thought he must have thought somebody was coming under the rim because he just flat out threw it away.
It was Cyrus that came up behind him and got the tap from behind that ended up knocking that ball out of bounds.
Okay.
Still Scott ball.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't see for the side rails.
I got you.
I appreciate it. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Skyhawks up 9-8. Cardinal inbound. He gets it quickly into Sharps. Sharps sends it out back into the backcourt to Setzer. Back to Sharps, back to Setzer. Setzer brings it to the near side of the floor. Carden now has it back near half court. Carden goes from left to right, sends it back in to Setzer at the wing to the near side. Back to Setzer. Setzer thinking about driving in, and it will be off the foot. The ball was smacked, and it rolled off the foot of Setzer. It'll go to Parkersburg.
Yeah, that time just nothing inside for Scott to try to drive the lane right there. Again, a really good half-court defensive set from the Parkersburg Big Reds.
Rodriguez brings the ball across down the floor. Stanley in the lineup, back and forth. Stanley fires off a three. Off will not go. Rebound, Setzer fires it down the floor to Sharps. Back to Lincoln Burnside. Long three by Carden off the front of the rim. Will not go, and Lincoln Burnside will be charged a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, he done a good job of going straight up, but as he kind of went straight up, the arms kind of went above the Parkersburg rebounder, and that's what he's going to get called for over the back right there.
First foul of the night for Scott. Big Reds inbound. Rodriguez fires one to Cyrus down the floor. And Cyrus tried to put one up. I don't know how he made that one go. He put a spin on it. He'll come up with 2 points.
That was a really good press break there by Parkersburg. Scott was in a 2-2-1 press.
Big Reds jump out to a 1-point lead, 10-9. Carden has it, gets it over to Peanut Brown in the floor, turnover.
Tyler Walls carried right there, and that's what they're getting called. He was trying to get the pass off, and the ball just kind of rolled up his arm just enough to where he wasn't able to control it.
From the back, I was going on the back of his head. He does look like Peanut Brown just a little bit. Here we go. Big Reds fires a three from the right corner. In and out, will not go. Rebound, Parkersburg. Blocked on the contested shot. Blocked again, and we have a whistle. It'll go against Scott's number 22. That is Isaac Setzer will pick up his first foul of the night.
Yeah, he got a block off the first initial try to put back, and on the second one he got a block, but he just kind of went over the top of the shooter, and that's what they're going to get him for.
And Parkersburg's number 20 is at the free throw line. Andrew Stonecker, he'll make the first one. His first point of the ball game. Burnside goes to the bench, and Clemens back into the lineup as well with Owen Atkins. Second shot is up, off the rim, rebound, Walls. Sharps has the ball, brings it across the timeline, sends it back over to Tyler Walls. Walls turns around and almost decked Carden with it, but he still has it. He fires it in, and we have a whistle as Carden, nice shot by Tyler Walls in the corner. It went for three, but it'll not count. The foul was before that, or they may have stepped out of bounds.
Matthew Stonecker is the one that's called for the foul. I think they're going to get a block on him as he tried to get in front of Reese Carden after he made the pass and the cut, and they're going to get him for the blocking foul.
Scott still has the ball. They trail by 2. Big Reds up 11-9. Clemens has it, fires it over to Walls. Walls brings it around top of the key to Sharps. Back to this near direction, switches direction is Carden. Carden backs out, resets, tries to drive in. Cyrus blocks, and Scott comes out and resets. Jay Sharps now with the ball. Sharps has some tries to go, and he is going to get, I think, number 20. Yep. Number 20 for Parkersburg will be charged with the foul. That is Stonecker, Andrew Stonecker. That will be his second personal. Inbound to Walls. He comes around. Atkins has it, tries to get around, a reach around. Parkersburg got by with one. Fires it over to the near corner. Now back out to Carden. Carden fires the three off the front of the iron. Rebound, Parkersburg, Rodriguez. Here come the Big Reds. Now they'll stop the ball in front of the score stand to reset. Get it, Cyrus. Thinks about the three, puts it on the floor, sends it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez being defended by Carden, sends it back out to near midcourt. Now Rodriguez can't decide. Finally gets it into the hands of number 15. That is Isaac Daly. He'll drop the three.
Yeah, Daly gets a good shot fake up and then just kind of rolls to his left a little bit. He's able to get the basket to go.
Carden got his own rebound, and it will not go as we are at the end of the first quarter of play. Parkersburg Big Reds 14, Scott Skyhawks 9. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
As you can tell, it gets loud in here during the, man, that was a fast quarter, man. I tell you, that 8 minutes went by really quick. Parkersburg jumps out to a 14-9 lead over the Scott Skyhawks.
Yeah, there just really wasn't a ton of stoppages. You know, there were 7 fouls in that quarter between the two teams, but there really wasn't a lot of balls going out of bounds and stuff like that to make the quarter kind of draw out. But really fast-paced first quarter.
Parkersburg will start on the inbound for the second quarter. Rodriguez brings it from the backcourt. Now tries to come up and set it up for the Big Reds.
Scott's back in a 2-3 zone right now.
And Rodriguez fires off a three straight ahead and misses the rim off the glass. Setzer comes up with the rebound. Setzer sends it down to Atkins. Atkins finds a hole, drives in. Oh, it will not go. Didn't put enough on it. Rodriguez comes back down with it for the Big Reds. Cyrus at the top of the key. He drives in. Man, what a shot. He put some English on that ball to spin it right into the basket.
A really good drive right there by Cyrus. He's able to get, with a quick first step, get into the lane.
Cyrus has 6 on the night. Sharps has it, brings it back out to Carden. Sharps fires a three off the front of the iron, smacks it back out. Setzer comes up the rebound. Sharps regroup, sends it back out to near midcourt. Now he's trying to find the lane. He'll go off the glass. It will not go. Cyrus rebound, Big Reds. Here comes Q. Brings the ball down the floor. Fires it across the way into the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives into the lane. Puts it into the hands of Austin Fleming. He'll pick up his first 2 points of the night. 18-9, Big Reds on the run. Setzer has it over to Sharps. Carden now has it back out near midcourt. Sharps fires off a three. It will go.
Yeah, really good find there by Reese Carden. Got it to him at the perfect time where he had enough time to kind of get that shot off. A good quick shoot or catch and shoot there from Jay Sharps.
Second tray of the night for Sharps. He's got 6. Parkersburg now has it. Long shot taken by Stoniker. That is Andrew Stoniker. And after the shot on the rebound, the ball goes out of bounds. It goes to the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Cyrus there, he's got a lot of hop there. He's able to get up. He just contested Isaac Setzer, on that rebound.
Hunter Knoll back into the lineup, gives it into the hands of Carden. Carden fires it over to Setzer in the far right corner, brings it back out, bounce pass to Sharps at the free throw line, and a three-point shot taken by
Owen Atkins.
Yeah, Owen Atkins for Scott.
Really good find there by Jay Sharps. He got the ball in the middle of the defense and was able to find Owen Atkins coming off a little bit of a screen.
Parkersburg, Rodriguez now has control of it. Top of the key, fires over to Cyrus. Cyrus drives in, kicks it back out to number 15 off the glass up the three-point attempt. That was Daly.
Cyrus is able to get the rebound and get a putback right there. Just not boxing out.
Cyrus now has 8 in the game for the Big Reds. Here comes Setzer with the ball. I believe he got by with one there. Cyrus reached in, knocked the ball out of the hands of Setzer, but Setzer regains. Setzer looking to set up something for the Skyhawks, puts the ball on the floor. He drives in, and the ball is smacked by Cyrus, and Setzer loses control. Now Setzer has it, or Cyrus has it in the lane, off the glass. 2 more 10 points in the game for Q Cyrus.
Yeah, Scott's wanting a charge right there. Reese Carden was able to get in position, just not able to get set quick enough.
Carden now has the ball between the circles. Comes to the near side, still on the floor, and a smack, a reach in, and a foul will be called on Andrew Stoniker. That is his 3rd personal in this ball game.
Yeah, and they're already down a starter due to a player missing tonight due to a football camp. So don't know how deep that bench really is, and he's staying in the game early in this, about midway through this second quarter with 3 fouls.
Scott will inbound to Sharps in the backcourt. He'll be met by Rodriguez at the line. Sharps goes, drives it down to the wing. Carden fires off the three, off the front of the rim. Caden with the rebound. Caden Clement puts too much on it, goes up, and Rodriguez will come down for the Big Reds. Here comes Parkersburg. Over to number 2 in the lineup, J.T. Corbin. Now they get it around to Stonecker. Skyhawks steal it. They throw it down the floor to Sharps. Sharps off the glass. It will hang and fall in for 2.
Really good find there by Reese Carden. Led Jay Sharps down the floor where he can run it down and get a good shot up.
8 points in the game for Sharps. Now the Big Reds will try to answer. They lead 22-17. Back up for travel. And that was a good call. That was J.T. Corbin who just checked into the lineup. Just a quick stutter step, and the official was right there to call the travel.
Pivot foot just enough to where it was noticeable to get that call right there. He kind of turned around wondering why he got called for it, but it was a very good call there from the officials.
We are midway through the second quarter. Big Reds lead Scott 22-17. Clemens inbounds to Setzer. Setzer across the timeline. Setzer looks, he'll drive down left, goes back to bounce pass into Carden. Carden is fouled as he goes up for the basket. It will be,
I believe it was number 4.
That's who I'm thinking it was as well. That is Owen Stanley. That is his first personal.
And Stonecker with 3 is finally coming out of the game. I was really surprised because they had him guarding the ball with 3 fouls right there. So that's a risky play if you're Coach Cuslip over there, Chrislip, I'm sorry. And but it paid off. He didn't just pick up that 4th foul.
And Reese Carden will pick up the free throw. That'll be point number 5 in the game for Carden. Checking into the lineup is Trey Wilson for the Big Reds. Carden's second shot is up and good. He has 6 in the game. We'll take a timeout as well. 22-19, the Big Reds lead it here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Located in the heart of Madison, Miller Brothers Pharmacy is your locally owned and operated community pharmacy.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Back at the Hawks Nest, 3:48 to go in the first half. Scott trails Parkersburg 22-19 here in the home opener for the Skyhawks. Leading scorer for Scott in the ballgame so far is Jay Sharps with 8. And 10 points for Q Cyrus leading the Parkersburg Big Reds. Big Reds will inbound the ball. Rodriguez brings across the midcourt stripe. He's looking. He'll go to the top of the key, kick it down into the corner to Cyrus. Cyrus bounce pass back out to Rodriguez in the backcourt.
Scott's back into the 1-3-1 half-court defense right here. They got a guard playing underneath. Caden Clemens in the middle.
Cardinal step up to force Big Reds to go somewhere, and they kick the ball. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Big Reds. Cyrus will step out of bounds and inbound it to Rodriguez in the backcourt. Rodriguez now will be handled by Tyler Walls. He's at the top of the key, tries to drive in, spot into Cyrus. Cyrus will draw the foul on the spin shot. He was trying to roll it off the glass, and that will go against
Reese Carden.
That'll be his first personal of the ball game. Skyhawks only committed 3 fouls so far. That is Carden, Setzer, and Lincoln Burnside. Cyrus at the charity stripe. The first one is good. Now has 11 points in the game.
Yeah, Scott switched up the defense right there on the inbounds. They went to man, and just looked like they didn't pick it up quick enough as they were able to get into the middle of the floor.
He'll ace both the free throws. Big Red's up by 5. Carden now at the top of the key trying to make something happen for the Skyhawks. Bounce pass into Clemens. Clemens sends it back out to Tyler Walls. Back to Carden between the circles. Reese Carden sends it over to the near side. And they get it into Clemens. Clemens trying to make something happen. He comes out of it, and he'll put up a little floater for a quick 2.
Yeah, Caden Clemens done a really good job of getting set, and a really good job by Isaac Setzer of getting it into him.
Setzer come into this program late. He played football, which ran 2 weeks over. Then he went on a cruise with his dad, Caden Clemens. Yes. Who did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. But anyway, he's just really now getting into this program, and he's already been a big difference tonight for Scott. Rodriguez trying to make something happen for the Big Reds. Cyrus has it over in the far wing. Now he'll bounce pants it is, and a little floater there by number 10, Trey Wilson, for his first 2 of the ball game.
Yeah, Scott helped there as it went baseline, and that just kind of hurt him just a little bit.
Carden stops, takes a shot off the rim, will not go. Rebound, Rodriguez. He's already got a handful of rebounds for the Big Reds. Now he'll bring the ball down the floor, cross the timeline, looks to set things up for Parkersburg. He'll come to the right side wing. Now he'll looking for help. Fires it all the way across the floor to Cyrus. Back in to Wilson. Back to Cyrus. And Jay Sharp's come in to steal the ball, and then he is nailed by Parkersburg's Trey Wilson, and they will get Wilson on the foul.
That was kind of a bang-bang play there. I'm not exactly sure. You could have honestly called that on either or because both players have a right to the ball.
Sharps was making a quick move toward the ball, and this happened to be Wilson come in there, and they made contact. Sharps went down, but he's okay. He's still on the floor. Setzer brings it across midcourt, right down the middle of the floor. Setzer looking to fire lane over to the near side of Walls. Walls fires a 3, goes nothing but net.
A really good find there again by Isaac Setzer. He draws the defense by trying to get in the lane, and then he gets a good look outside.
Coach Sean Ballard has really been bragging on Tyler Walls, how much he has improved in the offseason, especially shooting. Parkersburg now trying to work it in. Cyrus has it in front of the Scott bench. He spins, he's in trouble. He finally gets it out of there. Now they send it all the way back out to near midcourt to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to reset the Big Red offense. Now it goes into Stanley, back out, and it's deflected back into the backcourt. Rodriguez comes up with it. 52 seconds to go in the half. Skyhawks have pulled back within 2. Big Red's coming around with Rodriguez controlling the ball. He spins, trying to make something happen. Kicks it over to Stanley. The shot is up off the rim, and Setzer comes up with the rebound. Scott has the ball. 37 seconds to go in the half. Carden fires it up to Tyler Walls. Now Setzer comes in, floats off the fingertips. As Setzer picks up his first 2.
Oh, yeah, look like he kind of got hit in the face on that after the play there.
And we have an official timeout as Scott ties the game up with Setzer's basket. Now Coach Sean Ballard comes out to the floor. And here's the little general replay. As you can see, he comes in. He drives it in, the floater, and it's an elbow as number 4 for Parkersburg. Owen Stanley actually caught him with an elbow as he was trying to get out of bounds to get the ball moving for Parkersburg.
Yeah, they'll have to bring Setzer out of the game because the game was stopped for him. So it looks like
Lincoln Burnside will check in.
And Lincoln Burnside's going to check in for him. But really good job there by Isaac Setzer. He kind of hesitates enough to where he's able to get the 2 into the lane and just does a really good job of being strong with the ball and gets the fingertip lay in.
Big Red now. Scott being put on about 3/4 court pressure. 20 seconds to go in the half, all tied up. Back and forth, it's over and back. Charged against Big Reds. Ball goes to Scott with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, Stoniker, he got the ball just over half court.
I don't think he realized
get rid of it as quick as he possibly could back to Cyrus. And Cyrus had not established himself over half court yet.
Scott inbounds it. 15 seconds to go in the half. Sharps has it in the backcourt at the half-court line. Now they get it over to Carden. Walls has it over to Sharps. Somebody needs to get the ball out of there and take a shot. And Sharps will follow Sharp. and they'll call him for traveling. Turnover to the Big Reds with 2.7 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, just nowhere to go right there, and he tried to create a shot and just took one too many steps as he was trying to get out of that little pressure.
Excellent defense by the Big Reds on that Scott attempt to score to take the lead. We're tied up at 26. Big Reds inbound. Rodriguez, and he will travel. He took off running before he had the ball, and Scott will get the ball with 1.7 seconds.
At half court. Should be about half court.
I'm thinking timeout, Scott, and that's what we will get. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 1.7 seconds to go. We're all tied up here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Great things are happening at Barker's Hardware in Danville with a new look, new floor plan, and new...
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Little General Stores has served.
To go here as we approach the half. We're all tied at 26 between the Scott Skyhawks and the visiting Parkersburg Big Reds. Scott has control of the ball. Isaac Setzer is back into the lineup for Scott. They're trying to get Sharps back here, and it will. Parkersburg will get it. Cyrus will take the half-court shot off the top of the rim, and we will go to the locker room all tied up. I do believe, let's verify that, make sure there's no call. Both teams are headed to the locker room. Let's step aside for a quick 2-minute break. We'll be back with more here on the Skyhawks Sports Network after this 2-minute break.
It's the year-end sales event at
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
FM, Danville, Madison.
Welcome back to the Skyhawk Halftime Show. Joining us now is the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Sean Ballard. And Coach, first of all, your team's totally different from a year ago. You went on the road last week to a very talented East Fairmont and dropped one. But what have you done this week to get these boys regrouped and ready to play basketball against Parkersburg tonight?
Yeah, we didn't play well last Saturday as a tough road trip a good experienced team with a lot of senior guards, and they played really well. We got down in a hole early. After the start of the game, we felt like we played right there with them, even outplayed them in spurts. But just digging that hole got us a little out of character, and maybe some first game jitters for some of the guys their first time playing varsity, and not only that, but also some of the returners with experience. Their roles are a little different from last year. So I think that not only did the new guys have some nerves, but the returners were just in unusual positions, and trying to do a little bit of some new things this year. And it takes some experience with some pressure to get comfortable in those situations. But good thing is it's early in the year, and it showed a lot of our mistakes in areas that we needed to put emphasis on, gave us an opportunity to break down some film and let guys see it from a different perspective, and hopefully learn from it and be able to get our wrongs righted early on.
Coach, the situation guys of course, you're in the Cardinal Conference, which is mostly AA schools with a couple AAAs mixed in there, and then you're actually in the AAA ranking system. So how does that tough when it comes to scheduling, this year?
Yeah, the regular season doesn't matter in terms of what size schools you're playing and that sort of thing. We try to schedule a difficult schedule, not only our conference schedule that's tough, but also out of conference. We feel like we schedule some good competition, and we think to get where we want to get, you're going to have to beat good teams late in the year, and you don't necessarily get there by playing cupcakes. So we want to play the best, get exposed to things, have our weaknesses exposed when wins and losses don't necessarily matter, and be able to learn from it and improve. So we're playing our best basketball at the end of the year.
I think preseason AP poll, you guys were 6-7 right in there. Does that give your team a confidence booster coming into the season after what you accomplished last year?
Yeah, I think we were number 5, and it's good for some exposure for these guys, and they put in a lot of work, and we felt like we were that caliber team last year, but we got off to a slow start, so it took us a while to start kind of getting some of that respect and notoriety. But these guys enjoy the press and the publicity and the things that come with being involved in those rankings, but they also got to understand too that puts a target on your back. We used to get excited when we were unranked and playing against ranked teams, so now that role's been reversed. You've got a target on your back when you have a high ranking and you've had success in the state tournament, so we've got to be ready to bring it every night and know that you're going to get other teams' best shots.
Coach, you talk about some of these underclassmen that maybe played a little JV ball or even played middle school ball last year, stepping up to help this varsity squad. Who are some of the newcomers that we'll see on the floor this season?
Yeah, we've got we've got some seniors that they've played, but because of our large senior class last year, we felt they were varsity ready last year, but maybe didn't get the minutes that they were capable of handling last year just because of the depth of that senior class. So with our seniors, we've got Caden Clemens, Hunter Knoll, and Lincoln Burnside's playing this year. All are some more traditional 5-post type players. So we're kind of incorporating them into our offense and changing some things up a little bit with them, and should also help on with our rebounding deficiencies we had last year is the hope. And then some underclassmen, Owen Atkins he's a junior. It seems like he's growing 2 inches every day. He's about 6'4", and he's got a long wingspan, and he really anticipates the ball well, and that helps him utilize his frame and get deflections, and he can really shoot it and does a lot. It just makes smart basketball plays. He doesn't try to do things that he's not capable of. He really understands the game and has a high basketball IQ. Another underclassman we expect to play some big minutes for us is Tyler Walls. He's a sophomore, played strictly JV last year, and he's a kid that's really just worked his tail off in the off season, and he can shoot the heck out of it. So anytime he gets a look, we want it going up, and he really provides a lot of space to some of the guys like Reese and Isaac and Jay, give them some freedom to get downhill and create. A couple other underclassmen that can really shoot it, step in. Austin Shelton, Cole Elkins. I mean, these are some guys that they get after it in practice every day, and we think they're going to have opportunities present themselves throughout the year. Freshmen, we've got Loudon White. He's adjusting to the speed of the game. Coming from middle school to high school at a pretty good rate. He's athletic, and he's just got a knack for making plays hard. I think he got in about 9 minutes in our game Saturday. We went to some full court pressure, got up and pressured the ball, and I think he ended up with 4 rebounds in those 9 minutes. So just a real effort player, can shoot it, can handle it, and provide some good defense for us as well.
Let's go back and talk about your 3 key experienced players coming back this year. Of course, Reese Carden and Jay Sharps and Isaac Setzer. What have they done in the offseason to improve their game and to even be a better help to this team this season? Yeah,
they all understand their roles are going to be even greater this year. That they've all worked hard. They're good kids, and they enjoy playing the game. They stay after practice, get shots up. I mean, they're really proud of their leadership, and they understand that they've got to do some things, outside of just scoring the ball and doing things like that they did last year to take us where we need to go. And I think they're being a little more, vocal in the locker room, off the court, kind of getting the younger guys in line with where they need to be and in certain situations. So you like to see, their kind of personalities rub off on some of these younger guys and really let their leadership kind of take over.
Coach, final question. A lot of coaches don't like to answer this. I'm sure your team has some goals this season. What are those goals, and how do you expect to make those goals be realistic?
Yes, our goal is to just get better every day. We know that with the talent we have and the way we're capable of playing basketball, that if we continue to get better every day, by the end of the year, we're going to be capable of playing with anyone in the state and have an opportunity to go back to Charleston and make some noise. That was a great experience last year. I know these guys want to get back, and I think if we get that opportunity again, our sights are going to be, instead of being happy to be there, we're going to be hopefully a little more focused and disciplined, and go in with the mindset that once we're there, we have an opportunity to win the whole thing.
That was Scott coach Sean Ballard talking about the team this season and the expectations of the team on the 2022-23 season. Skyhawks inbound to begin the third quarter of action here at the Hawks Nest. Carden gets it off the glass, too, and he'll draw the foul.
Really good play to start this second half, drawn up by Coach Sean Ballard. Jaden Sharps takes the inbound play, goes to his left. Carden sets up in the corner, fakes like they're going to give the ball to him in the corner, and then he takes off baseline. Jay Sharps with a really good feed, and it's an and one.
Is that on number 4, Owen Stanley? No, he's not on the floor.
I wasn't sure who that was on, to be honest with you.
I missed it. I was trying to watch, and Carden at the free throw line. Up and good. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Skyhawks take a 3-point lead, 29-26.
First lead since 9-8 in the ballgame.
Parkersburg trying to make something happen across the floor to Rodriguez. Fleming also in the backcourt. Back to Fleming at the top of the key. Bounces it on the floor. Floats one up off the rim. Rebound. Parkersburg will come up with it, and foul on the floor. Looks like Hunter Knoll will be charged against Scott. They were basically both trying to fight for the ball, but Knoll was the one whistled on the foul.
A really good defense there by Owen Atkins on this strong side. He was able to front man the guy and make it a tough shot.
Parkersburg drives it in, a little floater off the glass. It rolls around, finally falls for Andrew Stonecker. He'll pick up his first basket of the night. He has 3. Skyhawks back down the floor, sets her across the way to Atkins. Carden fires one off on a 3, will go in and out. Rebound Parkersburg. Here comes the Big Reds. Rodriguez has it. He'll fire across the way to Stonecker. Stonecker back. It's tipped by Andrew Knoll, or Hunter Knoll, it goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Big Reds at their own bench.
That was a really good defensive play right there from Hunter Knoll. His man off of the screen was getting a good open lane to the basket for a give and go, and Hunter was able to get a hand in there.
Into the corner, bounce pass in, basket by Matthew Stonecker, the brother. He'll come up with the two. Skyhawks quickly get down the ball down the floor. Sharps has it back out to Carden between the circles. Carden puts it on the floor, drives. Setzer fires off a three, off the rim. It will not go. Rebound Rodriguez for the Big Reds. Here comes Parkersburg with the ball. He stalls, goes, floats one up off the rim, and they're going to get him. Don't agree with that one. Rodriguez was up floating, and he went into the Scott player.
And what I don't like about that call is we're waiting to find out if the ball goes through the hoop to find out if we're going to call a foul or not. And it's either a foul at the time it happens or it's not a foul at all. Don't wait until the ball is in the air and wait to see if it goes off the rim to call it a foul or not.
Rodriguez will be at the free throw line. He'll hit the first one. He now has 7 points in the ball game. Second one is good. Here comes Setzer with the ball for Scott. Quickly down the floor. Carden has it. He drives in. Floater shoots it, and quick two by Reese Carden. He now has 11 points in the game.
That's where he's at his best, Joes, whenever he's able to get to the middle of the floor.
What happened to Clemens over there? Was he hit standing to check into the game? Shot taken by Parkersburg, put back up, and it is rebounded by Parkersburg.
I think it may have got hit by Coach Ballard.
I didn't see it. I just know he was over laying on the floor. He's trying to check into the game. A jumper by Big Reds, number 3. That is Fleming.
Jay Sharp from the corner, just short. As it's a good find there by Isaac Setzer, but he just wasn't able to finish it.
Rodriguez brings the ball down the floor. He's double teamed. Back at midcourt, gets it in. Setzer steals it. Setzer back, dribbles behind the back, bounce pass in, trying to get it into Sharps. It's knocked out of bounds by Parkersburg. Andrew Stonecker, it will go to the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that play all started with Hunter Knoll and Jay Sharps up here in the corner. They're able to double team, get a trap, and then just a wayward pass there that Isaac Setzer's able to pick off.
Yeah, that was Coach Ballard over there that got played. We saw it on the replay here on our video productions video. Scott has the ball. Sharps at the right wing, and he finds Owen open. Now they get it around the horn. Setzer drives it into the paint. Off the glass, will not go. Rebound Cyrus for the Big Reds. Here comes Parkersburg. They up by 3. And what a block there by Setzer. Here comes Sharps bringing the ball down the floor. Off the glass. And Clemens? Oh, okay, Clemens blocking the shot. I'm sorry. I just turned around. I thought it was Setzer.
Yeah,
call me on it when I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes.
Michelle wants you to say that one more time.
No, she is recording this for me, so. Anyway, 5:08 to go in the third.
I believe a technical foul just got called as well. I'm not 100% sure on number 12. I believe so, yes. And Reese Carden will be shooting those freebies.
The official standing there, he must have said something, and the official heard him apparently, because, I mean, it didn't seem to appear to be mad. That is in front of the Parkersburg broadcaster over there.
No, it was definitely on the player, because they were trying to grab him as it was being called. And
first shot up is good. Skyhawks pull within 2. Skyhawks pull within 1.
And they'll have the ball after the foul here, taking it out of bounds right here around midcourt.
They'll have it midcourt here at the main entrance to the Hawks' Nest. The official telling Rodriguez to tuck his shirt in.
Parkersburg's in a man defense.
Into Setzer to backcourt. He'll bring it in. Clemens at the top of the key. Back to Setzer. And they somehow get by with one, and it is Number 4 for the Big Reds, taking the ball down the floor. That is Owen Stanley for his first basket of the ball game. Skyhawks now trail by 3. Carden has it, right wing, dribbles. Big Reds play aggressive. Setzer fires off the 3, comes up short. And rebound, once again, Parkersburg Big Reds. This time it is Trey Wilson. Rodriguez brings the ball down the floor, trying to get it, and he fires, finds a man wide open, and the ball is blocked, and Scott will come up with it. Here comes Sharps with it. Cross the midcourt stripe. Bounce passes in right into the hands of Rodriguez. He'll go one-on-one with Setzer. They'll bounce it across the way. And blocked. Oh, my goodness gracious. And he draws a foul on Setzer.
Yeah, Scott right now, offensively, they're just getting bunched up. You know, the ball handlers are bunching up together, and it's short passes with a lot of hands active. And on defense, it's really hard for Scott to get anything done when they're allowing Parkersburg to get into the middle of the floor.
Scott will take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 38-33. Parkersburg Big Reds up by 5. This is the Skyhawks Sports Network.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road.
CAC, Danville, Madison. Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
Back at Skyhawk Field, and it will be number 15 firing off. It's Isaac Daly. On the free throw, he'll miss it. He'll get the basket. Setzer has it. Now they have back out to Sharps, back to Setzer. Carden has it between the circles. Back over to Setzer. He'll come around to the top of the key. The ball knocked, smacked, and he loses control, but Scott takes it. Bounce pass into Caden Clemens, and the shot is blocked by Cyrus. Repays the favor of a minute ago. Rodriguez fires over to nobody, throws it away out of bounds. I don't know if he thought Cyrus or
Cyrus took off and cut towards the basket, and Rodriguez just threw it to where he was.
Skyhawks trail by 5, 38-33, 3:35 to go here in the third. Setzer has it in the right corner. Now he'll bring it back out to the top of the key. He'll hand it in to Caden Clemens, wide open for a quick 2.
Really good find there by Isaac Setzer in the middle of the floor. He kind of just rolls through the middle of the lane and then dumps it off to Caden Clemens.
Clemens now has 6. Cyrus has it, fires back over to Rodriguez, and they're in the backcourt. Back to Cyrus.
Scott switches back to this 1-3-1, which has given Parkersburg a little bit of trouble, especially with Caden Clemens in the middle.
Back and forth. Playing hot potato. Now they get it down in the corner. He'll fire a 3. Is Stanley. It'll go.
That's the only thing with that. You can't be late to rotate there if you're at the bottom of the 1-3-1.
41-35, the Big Reds pull, stretch out their lead. Here goes Carden. He'll put it off the glass for a quick 2.
A quick take there by Reese Carden. He gets it on the right wing and just makes a beeline for the basket and puts up a tough layup.
Big Reds up by 4. Scott starting to put the heat a little more on in defense. Stolen under the basket by Setzer. Setzer brings the ball across midcourt over to Sharps, over to Carden. Carden tries to go for the basket. He's knocked down. He goes out of bounds and no foul.
A little bit there. It was a good, clean block. However, the body did get Reese Carden right there. So
here's our replay on video productions. You'll see Carden going in, getting knocked down. No whistle. Scott will retain control of the ball. Setzer will inbound for the Skyhawks. They'll send it back to Sharps. Sharps finds Walls over in the corner. Sends it back out. Carden has it top of the key, still bouncing. Carden goes, floater, off the glass, will not go. It was blocked partially from behind. Here comes Rodriguez for the Big Reds. He'll give it to Cyrus. Easy two for the Big Reds.
Officials are letting them play underneath there.
Carden fires a three and will be off the rim. Rebound by the Big Reds, number 3. Austin Fleming. He'll hand it off to Rodriguez, the backcourt.
Scott switches up defense. They're in a 2-3 right now with Reese Carden in the middle and the bottom.
Back and forth in the backcourt between Stanley and Rodriguez under the basket, and it is blocked from behind. Lincoln Burnside comes up the rebound, gives it to Carden. Carden over to Walls. It will be Carden, fires off the three, and it'll go.
Reese Carden finally gets one to fall right there. He's been right there at it, had a couple rim out, but that one goes down, and let's see if that kind of gets Reese going there from the outside. We know that he can light it up once he gets hot.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks pull within 3. Are you kidding me? Parkersburg picked up the basket.
I think they're going to count the basket.
And then the foul afterwards on Rodriguez.
They're counting. Yeah, they are counting the basket and then the charge afterwards on Rodriguez.
So Parkersburg jumps out to a 45-40 lead, 59 seconds to go. Setzer now brings the ball down the floor. He's at midcourt for Scott. Crosses the timeline, coming down the right side, bounces to Carden. Carden double teamed. Carden sidesteps. Carden fires a three. It goes.
As we said, Joe, once a shooter sees one go through the basket, they're able to get hot and they start getting on a streak. Let's see if that's what Carden can do.
Pulls within 2. Here comes Rodriguez at midcourt. He tries to make something happen. He drives into the lane, puts it up, and the basket will not go.
There's the official all the way over here calling a foul underneath.
I know, there's an official right there at the play.
2 of them on that side of the floor.
And they're not making the calls. I guess he thought he would. So that is charged against Scott. Rodriguez's first shot is good.
I'm not complaining about it, whether there's a foul or not. I'm complaining that there's 2 officials right there looking at it, and they're not one's not making the call.
The guy plumb out in the midcourt there. Second shot is up, and it will roll, will not fall. Carden comes up the rebound. Here comes Scott, 25 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Scott trails by 3. Carden goes one-on-one with Cyrus. Now over to Setzer. Setzer takes it out to the midcourt circle. He'll drive in. He'll turn and give it to Walls. Walls fires a 3. Off the back of the iron, will not go. Rodriguez comes up with another rebound for the Big Reds. Here comes Parkersburg. He'll drive it all the way in the paint, pass it around the back, and they're going to get him on a charge.
Tough call right there, because it's one of those that it was a bang-bang play, but
he passed it around behind his back. Beautiful pass to Cyrus, but then he wasn't looking in the lane, and they're going to get him on the charge.
I think Parkersburg has a little bit of a right to kind of gripe about that one, but we'll
maybe that's a makeup call.
Take it. We will take it.
0.6 seconds. They're going to give it in to Sharps. Sharps fires off a 3-quarter shot. Oh, my goodness. It was off the back of the glass. It hit the rim. Almost went from 3-quarter court. That's the end of the third quarter play. Parkersburg Big Reds lead the Scott Skyhawks by a score of 46-43. We'll take a break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
For over a century, the attorneys at Schaefer & Schaefer have
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Skyhawks on C92 and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back in the Hawks' nest, 3 quarters are in the books. Parkersburg leads the Skyhawks by a score of 46-43. It will be Parkersburg ball to inbound here at midcourt. Cyrus will take it out of bounds. His counterpart in the backcourt seems to be Rodriguez, Nate Rodriguez. Back and forth, Cyrus back to Rodriguez. Back to Cyrus, just playing it back and forth, trying to kick Scott off guard there. Now they'll send it to the other direction to Stonecker. Back around to Rodriguez. Into the middle. Into the floor, little floater. It will not go, and it will be Austin Fleming getting his own rebound. Puts it up again, will not go. And they're going to call a jump ball. It will be Scott basketball, as looked like Cyrus and Isaac Setzer was going after it there, and they tied it up. Scott basketball. Here come the Skyhawks. Setzer will bring the ball down the floor for Scott. Down to Carden in the right wing. Carden puts the ball on the floor, turns, goes the other direction. He'll shoot about a 15-foot floater. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe.
I believe that's going to be number 20, Stonecker's 4th foul, too. It is.
And Carden picked up 2 threes. 13 points in the third quarter alone for tonight. He got hot there after only scoring 6 in the first half. Carden's first shot is good. Six for 6 so far. Make it 7 for 7. Full court pressure being applied by Scott. Cyrus and Rodriguez back and forth. Now they get it down in the corner to Parkersburg under the basket. And Scott went straight up and got a body into, who was that committing the foul?
It was Isaac Setzer.
That
just got enough of the hip in there to kind of get a whistle.
That'll be his third. That'll send Fleming to the line for, looks like the first time tonight. Fleming's first shot is no good. Rebound, Hunter Knoll.
Parkersburg is allowing Scott to stay in this game because of their free throw shooting. They've not been good here tonight.
Knoll has it, fires it over to Sharps. Sharps comes between the circles, drives all the way into the arc. Now they'll send it back out to Setzer into the hands of Paul Carden, or Reese Carden. Carden bounces it on the floor. Shot taken from the corner by Sharps. Rebound by Parkersburg. And there was a lot of reaching, poking, as you'll see on the video productions.
Jay Sharps had a chance to go back to football season right there, as he was able to try to pick it off as a safety and just kind of went right through his hands a little bit.
Here's the video productions replay for those tuning in tonight. A little scrappiness, and it'll go to the Big Reds. 48-45, 6:38 to go in the ball game. Big Reds inbound it. It is Stonecker now with the ball over to Rodriguez in the backcourt.
Back to a 1-3-1 defensive set here.
And they're playing hot potato and keep away here from the Skyhawks. And Carden steals it. He goes 1-on-2, and it is knocked out of bounds by Stonecker.
Gutsy play right there by Stonecker with him with 4 fouls. That could have been a reach-in foul. Good no call, but it could have been a different play.
Setzer will inbound it to Carden in the right corner. Carden puts the ball on the floor. Little jumper. It will go for 2 more.
As we said, Jay, that's when Reese Carden is at his best, when he's able to get to the middle of the lane and create that shot for himself.
1-point ball game. Big Reds up by 1. Here comes Rodriguez. He and Q Cyrus in the backcourt. Cyrus bounces it, drives it in. Under the basket, Caden Clemens almost got the block, couldn't do it. And it will be Fleming with the basket. Carden comes up, spins it, and it falls, and he will draw the foul.
Reese Carden right there just creating his own shot, being able to dribble through the traffic.
Here's the video productions replay for those watching at home.
Just that little bit of a hesitation on the layup caused the foul, and then he's able to get it off and kind of English that thing into the basket.
Carden picks up basket number 2 here in the fourth quarter. Now he'll go to the charity stripe for the second time. It is good. 3-point play by Scott. They'll trail by 1, 50-49. Here comes Rodriguez with the ball across the midcourt stripe. He goes to the right side. I'm sorry, the game is tied up at 50. And the ball is knocked away, and it will be over and back, charged against the Big Reds. Turnover goes to the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 right there really got, as Parkersburg was trying to throw a pass across court, Scott's able to get a hand on it.
We got a timeout by the Big Reds. We'll take a timeout as well. We're tied up at 50, 5:28 to go in the ballgame here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Since 1967, the Handley Funeral Home.
On it, click it, reserve it, and drive it. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices. Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
You have a...
It is loud and proud tonight at the Hawks Nest. We're tied up with Parkersburg 50-50 at 5:28 to go in the ball game. It will be Scott's basketball at midcourt. Skyhawks now come out of the huddle with Coach Sean Ballard.
The difference here in this second half, Joe, has been Scott's ability to get into the middle of the lane. They're doing a good job of setting screens, taking lanes, and been able to get close shots to the basket, and that's what's been able to get them back into this ballgame.
Setzer has it, bounce pass into Carden. Carden with a float jumper, and it'll go for 2 more. Skyhawks jump out to a 2-point lead.
That was an ISO off the low block right there where Reese Carden just gets it and puts up a jumper, and he's able to hit it.
Rodriguez over to Stonecker. Stonecker double team. Now they get it back over to Rodriguez in front of the P-Bird bench. Now he'll try to roll off the fingertips, and it will go off the glass for 2 more for Rodriguez. Carden has it double teamed in the corner, and he'll bounce it off one of the Big Reds there. It'll come off the leg of number 3, Austin Fleming. Scott will retain it in front of their own bench.
Yeah, Parkersburg done a really good job of double teaming in that corner and trapping, and Reese just had nowhere to go with the basketball, so he does the smart thing and just resets it off.
Inbounds to Setzer. Setzer back at midcourt. Cyrus reaching, and he gets the ball back to Carden over to Setzer. Bounce pass over to Sharps. Into the corner, 2. And Caden Clemens he tried to move before he got to the ball, and Clemens will be charged with the foul, I do believe. Yeah, it'll be a foul on Clemens.
Scott's wanting double dribble, but I think the foul come before the double dribble.
Yeah, he was trying to reach in behind. He's got such a span. Yeah. He almost got by with it.
Yeah, that time right there, he just tried to move without the basketball. You seen him trying to lean into that left shoulder as the ball was coming to him, and he just wasn't able to secure it. So it'll be a 1-and-1 for Parkersburg.
Yeah, Rodriguez will go to the free throw line. He is 3 for 4 tonight. And it will not go. Caden Clemens comes up the rebound. He puts it into the hands of Setzer. Setzer drives the ball down the floor. Kicks it over to Sharp. Sharp fires a 3. In and out, it will not go. Rebound Stonecker for P-Bird. Here comes the Big Reds. Rodriguez will bring the ball down the floor. Cross midcourt. And he fakes a couple. Now he'll send it over to Stonecker. Stonecker sends it back to the near side. That is Andrew Stonecker. Under the basket is Cyrus. Cyrus pauses, will not go. And it's going to be a tie up on the floor, it looks like, with Jay Sharp saying, Q Cyrus, it will go and stay with the Big Reds.
I'm surprised the official let it go that long. It had been a quick whistle on the jump balls, and that one was kind of letting go a long time.
And they were going at it hot and heavy there. Into the corner, a 3-point attempt off the side of the backboard, and somehow Parkersburg comes up the rebound. Rodriguez, long jumper beside the free throw line and will not go. And Caden Clemens comes up with the rebound for Scott. Here comes Setzer. Setzer fires it down. Carden fires a three. Off the rim, will not go. Rebound, Fleming for the Big Reds. Here comes Parkersburg's Rodriguez down the floor with the ball. He'll stop, pause, bounce pass in. Stolen by Jay Sharps. And Sharp still has it, puts it into the hands of Setzer. Setzer off the fingertips, goes for two.
Yeah, good job there by Jay Setzer reading that pass as Coach Ballard runs down the floor to get a quick timeout.
And we'll watch that one on the Video Productions instant replay here in just a second.
Yeah, you'll see Jay Sharp's
Robbie gets it queued up. Here we go. Here's the replay. You see Setzer come down, he floats, and he just rolls it off the fingertip right into the lane. We'll go ahead and step aside for a quick 1-minute break here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
I'm Jeremy Caldwell.
Want it, click it, reserve it, and drive it. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices. Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Parkersburg will inbound it, come the full length of the floor. Rodriguez controls the ball for the Big Reds. Now he'll fire it across the way to Fleming. Fleming looking, bounces it on the floor. He'll fire off a three, comes up short, and it will be Q Cyrus trying to get inbounds and knocking it back in. He can't get to it. He just spins the ball. Scott will get it on the turnover.
Yeah, good job there by Tyler Walls. He continued to box out Q Cyrus and wasn't able to let him get to the ball.
Here comes Isaac Setzer with the ball, the senior leader on this ball club. Cross midcourt. Comes down the right side of the floor. Looking around, he'll send it back out to Owen Adkins. Atkins hands it off to Carden. Into Atkins. He'll float one off the glass. 2 points.
Good job there by Owen Atkins of not drawing the charge. He's able to contort his body good enough to refrain from the contact and be able to get that ball in.
Here comes the Parkersburg Big Reds. Fleming fires one off the top of the key. In and out, will not go. Ball is battered away, and they'll get it, and Parkersburg will keep it. Spins in. Rodriguez off the glass, will not go. And Q Cyrus comes in, rips down the rebound, puts it back for the 2 points.
Yeah, good job there by Cyrus.
Scott now leads by 2. Carden has it in the right wing. He'll go back out to between the circles. Setzer across midcourt. They're across the way into Sharps, back to Setzer. Back to Sharps. Sharps brings it around. Adkins has it now between the circles. He'll get it into Sharps. Sharps bounce passes it on the floor. Burning clock. And now Carden has it out near mid-court. They're just trying to slow things down here just a little bit. Now the pressure's put on by Parkersburg. Back and forth between Tyler Rawls. Now back to Setzer. In the backcourt. Sends it across the way to Owen Adkins. Adkins now hands it off to Carden. And they're going to get number 4, Owen Stanley, for a foul on the floor. And that will stop the clock at 1:40. Skyhawks up by 2, 56-54. That will send Carden to the free throw line. For the 3rd time tonight, he'll nail it. Skyhawks now up by 3. Second shot by Carden is good. 100% from the charity stripe tonight for Reese Carden.
Scott comes out in a 2-2-1, a little bit of a pressure situation right here.
And the shot is up and over Setzer. And it will be number 4, Stanley, with the basket for Parkersburg. Skyhawks now going back into the slowing the ball down once again. Setzer has it. Oh, and we have a reach-in foul on Parkersburg. And now Setzer will go to the charity stripe.
Important that he hits at least the front end of the 1-and-1 here, so that way you can keep it.
Keep that 3-point.
At least give your defense a little bit of a time to get set up as the ball comes in.
Setzer shot will not go. Rebound Parkersburg. The Big Reds trail by 2. Here they come. Full court pressure being applied by Scott. They'll get it down, a little hesitation, and it will be Q Cyrus driving it into the lane, into the basket, and off the glass. Ties it up with 1 minute to go. Here comes Scott. Reese Carden has it out at the outer circle.
I think you're going to see Scott just kind of hold the basketball, maybe take a timeout late unless they can get a good shot here from Reese Carden.
Skyhawks have the offensive unit spread out. Atkins in the corner, Sharps in the other corner, Tyler Walls at the wing. Now the Parkersburg coach, Chris, sends his defense out to go get the Skyhawks. We are tied, 19 seconds to go. Setzer will drive it in. And a foul on the floor by number 4, Owen Stanley. And that will send Setzer to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, I think his momentum was taking into Setzer as he got there to the spot.
And we have a timeout on the floor. I'm just trying to see if it's a 1 minute full timeout. We'll take a quick 1 minute break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Great things are happening at Barker's Hardware in Danville with a new look, new floor plan, and new products.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
15.3 seconds to go in the ball game. The score, Scott 58, Parkersburg 58. It is going to go right down to the wire. Isaac Setzer at the charity stripe. He is 0 for 1, and he gets a much needed one there. He's 1 for 2.
Be interesting to see if they set up for pressure if he makes this one or not.
Second shot up, and it's off the back of the iron. Parkersburg has it, and it is Sharp. And they throw it, out of bounds. Turnover to Scott with 9.8 seconds. They threw the ball to Q Cyrus, and it was just totally out of reach. Cyrus made a beeline with all he could do to get to it, couldn't find the handle, and it is out of bounds. And we have a timeout, Scott. We will take a timeout as well with 9.8 seconds. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Whether you need insurance, protect your home.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home, with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
C92.
It is loud here at the Hawks Nest. I can't even hear myself.
That's what we were talking about, Joe. Scott got away with one. Parkersburg was calling timeout before that ball was even thrown backwards to try to get to Cyrus.
Here we go. Scott will inbound it into Sharps, and Sharps does a good job putting those receiving skills to hand. He pulls it in, just pulls it in his chest as Q Cyrus just reached around and fouled Jay Sharps.
After dropping that first interception, he wasn't going to drop that one, I can tell you that much.
Absolutely not. Sharps at the charity stripe. Jay Sharp, second team All-State, by the way, as a receiver, and it bounces around. It will not fall. Skyhawks up by 1. Need this
bonus.
One bad.
Double bonus. He does get a shot at a second one right here.
Definitely need this one to force it to a 3-point shot. The second shot is up. It's good. Skyhawks up by 2. Here comes Rodriguez with the ball for the Big Reds. He goes to the right side of the floor. He tries to get it in, and it's a charge against Parkersburg.
Tyler Wall on a low block that is able to set up and absorb the contact and get a charge called.
It was number 3, Austin Fleming, who was going for it, and they get him on the charge. Scott has the ball. 2-point lead, 60-58. All Scott has to do is inbound the ball, and this ball game should be over. Setzer will inbound it for Scott. Carden has it. He is fouled by Q Cyrus. That is his, I'm showing this his second personal in the ball game.
Which is surprising because he's been active all
He is
over
aggressive. He is an outstanding ball player for the Parkersburg Big Rigs. Carden at the charity stripe once again. And he misses his first shot of the night of all times from the free throw line.
Scott will put 2 down low to try to, in case it is a miss, to try to cause a little bit of time to come off the clock.
Carden shot. This one is good. Scott up by 3. Timeout. As Parkersburg takes a quick timeout, a full timeout, we'll take a timeout as well here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Hi, this is Carlisle.
Want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the
Thornhill Motor Mile.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Timeout by Coach Brian Crislip for the Big Reds, and they will try to do anything they can possibly do to sink a 3 and send this game into overtime.
The big thing here is for Scott, just don't foul. There's only about 2 dribbles left, so the big thing is don't foul to cause a 3-point free throw opportunity.
Parkersburg trying to inbound it. They fire one down the floor. It is caught, thrown up. It will not go. The Skyhawks will win this one in a hard-fought battle right from the opening tip till the final buzzer. The Scott Skyhawks knock off the Parkersburg Big Reds by a score of 61 to pick up their first win of the season and the home opener here at the Hawks Nest. I'll tell you what, my hat's off to Parkersburg because they've got one heck of a basketball team.
Yeah, they battled, and the difference was just the second half. Scott kind of changed what they were trying to do as they come into the second half and was able to get into the middle of the floor, the middle of the lane, and create opportunities for themselves.
Great crowd on hand by the Scott Skyhawks and, of course, the pep band here all around us here in the mini gym, and they've done a great job. We'll go ahead and step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to break this ball game down as Scott wins it 61-58. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network and Video Productions.
For over a century, the attorney...
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Are those fresh eggs for me? He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast. It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler. Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
Pharmacy is your locally owned and operated community pharmacy dedicated to providing outstanding personal
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
Back at the Hawks Nest, Joe Linville and Chris Barrett, along with Robbie Mounts, our producer tonight, here in the Hawks Nest. And let's take a look at some stats from scoring for tonight's ball game. Leading the Parkersburg Big Reds tonight with scoring is no surprise. Q Cyrus, 18 points. Then Austin Fleming, another starter, had 6. Matthew Stonecker had 2. Andrew Stonecker had 3. Nate Rodriguez with 13. Coming off the bench, Owen Stanley had 7. Trey Wilson had a bucket. And Isaac Daly scored 5 in the ball game. For the Scott Skyhawks, it was Owen Atkins, a starter, with 5. Jay Sharps had 9. After only scoring 6 points in the first half, it was Reese Carden finding 20 in the second half to lead all scores with 26 points. Isaac Setzer with 5, and Tyler Walls hit a much-needed 3 and early, and it was Caden Clemens coming off the bench with 6 points in tonight's contest. Heck of a ball game, Mr. Barrett.
It was, and like I said, don't know if you could hear me whenever we were kind of going out there, but, it was really the tale of two halves, for Scott. They were able to really get in the second half, they were really able to get into the teeth of the Parkersburg defense, which they really weren't doing in the first half. Reese Carden, I've said it before, he's at his best whenever he's able to dribble drive into that lane and create shots for himself. And, Isaac Setzer, we know his game is the dribble drive, getting into the lane and having success. And Scott was able to do that in the second half, and that's what allowed them to stay in the ball game and then eventually come out and get the win.
Need your nomination now for the Caldwell Insurance Player of the Game.
I mean, you have to go with Reese, especially the second half he had, but I do want to give a special shout out to Caden Clemens, because whenever he was in, especially on the defensive side, when he was in the games, Parkersburg wasn't able to get into the middle of Scott's defense like they were when he was not in the game. And that 1-3-1 defense with him in there, him in the middle, it really clogs that lane and doesn't allow anybody to kind of get in there like they can when they're in the 2-3 and the man. So, special shout out to Caden Clemens. He did provide some offense tonight, which helped out, but defensively, I thought he played an outstanding game.
Absolutely. I'll agree with you 100% on both calls. And our Caldwell Insurance Player of the Game is Reese Carden with 26 points, 20 of those coming in the second half. Our next broadcast here on the Skyhawks Sports Network will be here from the Hawks Nest once again on Monday night as the Logan Lady Wildcats come to the Hawks Nest, and they'll take on the
defending state champions, Lady Wildcats.
You are correct there with Coach Kevin Gertz. He'll be coming in, but they lost a lot, and they're kind of rebounding and regrouping this year, so we'll see what the Lady Wildcats have for the Lady Skyhawks on Monday night. Then a week from tonight, Christmas Eve is what I call it, is on the 23rd, as the Scott Skyhawks will host the Wayne Pioneers. So we'll see what the Skyhawks will actually get a little break, I think, this week, if I'm correct. Yep. No, they actually go on the road to play Polka Tuesday night. Then they'll be back here against Wayne on Friday night. Any closing thoughts before we wrap this one up?
No, good way to open up the home slate. You kind of regrouped from that loss to a very good East Fairmont team. You come down here, you do exactly what you had to do to win. Doesn't matter if it's by 3 or 50, a win's a win. And there's still a lot of growth to be had by this Skyhawk basketball team.
That's going to wrap up our coverage tonight here from the Hawks Nest. Final score, Scott 61, Parkersburg Big Reds 58. For Chris Barrett, for Robbie Mounts, our engineer here for video productions on site, Bubby Brown back at the radio station. That's going to wrap up our coverage. Happy holidays, everyone. We'll see you next Monday night here on the Skyhawks Sports Network. I'm Joe Linville. Good night, everyone.